So Sarah, you were hitting with absolute bombs in the first round. What went wrong?
I felt really great. I was comfortable in there. I felt super relaxed and knew that what I was doing was damaging Alexis and landing hard. And as I say, I felt great, and I knew that she really wanted to take it to the ground. And I really am comfortable there. And I ended up, she kind of got a head and arm throw and ended up in a really dominant position, kind of almost a mounted triangle. So knowing that I had to escape that, knowing I would be in her triangle again, I know she likes her triangle, and I was not excited to be in her triangle, but felt pretty confident and had a good base. And when her legs started to open, I took the opportunity to try and explode out, and she timed it really well and locked up that arm right under either her armpit or had my wrist trapped, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get out of it.
Now, it was a little bit scary. It seemed like Gerald Walla was on the wrong side and didn't see the tap. What happened?
Yeah, he was on the wrong side and didn't see the tap. I mean,
was it just like, were you hurt? Did you manage to get out of the fine? Did you verbally tell him, hey, pay attention?
I tapped, and then I tapped again, and then I said tap, and at some point he stopped it. Alexis, as you should, you go into the ref stops it, and unfortunately he was on the wrong side, and that happens in fights. We were up against the cage at a weird spot, and when she rolled over, he was behind us, and that's the fight game. But I'm a fast healer, and so a bit sore now, and it'll be fine, ready to go. For whenever I'm able to get back in that UFC cage. Maybe Cat Zingano wants to meet up. Just saying.
Do you take solace in the fact that this was a fight you were winning and it was really just a mistake at the end, rather than this was a performance where you were dominated, for instance, and you would have a lot more to look back on?
I think that's a double-edged sword where it's great to feel, and I felt super comfortable, in control, landed a lot of things I wanted to land, mixed it up, tried to work on some different things, and I felt great. But at the end of the day, Alexis has the win, and, she's definitely marked up and I'm not, but she gets the win. So whether you get kind of shit kicked and then get the win, or whether you win and then get shit kicked, I don't know which is better. The win's always great.
Sure, absolutely. You mentioned, Cat Zingano is already on the top of your mind at this point. Do you feel that, having so many fighters, they'll be asked afterwards, who would you like to fight next? And it's simply whoever Joe Silva wants me to fight. And people essentially become wallflowers. You're saying, hey, I know what fight I want, and it's going to keep you in that conversation and get you right back into a top fight with another woman at 135 pounds.
Yeah, well, I want to fight Miesha Tate. Miesha, come fight me. But she has a fight. So if that fight doesn't work out, I will happily be ready to step in if I'm allowed to. But if they don't book that fight, Cat Zingano I think is a great option. She's coming off a loss to Ronda. Clearly I'm coming off a loss to Alexis that I should have done better in myself. But that fight together is going to be a great fight, and the fans are going to get hyped about it. I'm going to get hyped about it, and hopefully Cat will get hyped about it.
Who wins that fight between Miesha Tate and Jessica Eye?
Oh, I thought you were going to say between Cat Zingano and me, and I was going to say, hello, me.
I can ask you that as well.
Me, I win. Miesha Tate, Jessica Eye, I do think it's a tough fight to call. I think that Miesha will probably pull it out, but Jessica Eye will probably try to play on the outside of the game and kind of fluster Miesha a little bit on being on the outside.
Strangely, Alexis Davis said that she'd like to fight Miesha Tate as well, so it seems like you're competing with her in that, too.
Who doesn't want to fight Miesha Tate? She's fun to punch in the face. That's all there is to say.
So, with the division being a growing division and so many new girls coming into it, are you now in the position where people are looking at you? Are you now a target for people that are trying to make their name and get themselves in a conversation?
I hope so. Call me out. Get me in a conversation. I'm here.
All right. Do you foresee a fourth fight down the road with Alexis Davis before it's all said and done? If you get that call and Alexis Davis somehow a year and a half from now ends up, they want to make a fourth fight, what would your reaction be?
Well, it's not my decision really. I mean, I guess so, but we've done it too. I've won. She won the one.
I didn't think we'd get the third fight.
I didn't think we would either. So fourth, maybe down the road, based on the fact that I've won two, she won one.
This could be MMA's best of 7. It could be the first
this
one
could
we've
be
ever
like
had.
the playoffs that go on forever, but hopefully I win all the rest of them.
There you go.
Like the Canadians.
Like the Canadians, except they've lost 2.
Well, fair enough.
It's not the best of math.
Not the best of metaphors. But would you fight her just as a fight or only for a belt at this point? Because you've already fought her 3 times.
I mean, you always want to avenge a loss, especially when you feel like you did really well, and she capitalized on something that she did well. I did a mistake, and she capitalized. That being said, once someone wins, they've won. Unless it's for something big, it seems silly to kind of keep going back to the same pot over and over again. You're kind of swirling in circles. So if that fight comes up, I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I'm also not really going to push for it at this point. I think, we have a lot more that I can show the MMA world with different opponents and Cat Zingano.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thanks, guys.